Why don't you tell me a little bit more about the patriarchal oppression? I'd love to hear it. We don't all have to agree, by the way. We don't all have to have the same views. I'll put this post up on Facebook because I'm an idiot. What a stupid thing to do. It's inviting trouble, but then I'm getting these thousands of hate messages. And I think, oh, I should just take it down for a quiet life. I think, oh no, why would I do that? Because that means I've been bullied, and that's quite scary if everyone did that. And I can't. I left it up and it snowballed. Within days, there were articles slagging me off in the Guardian, in the Independent. The whole thing really ruined my dad's scrapbook of all my press cuttings. Then somehow Nigel Farage got wind of this post that I put on Facebook, and he wrote an article in the Independent saying how rare it was to find someone so honest working in the entertainment industry. And that's how you know you're in trouble. Farage to play your corner for you. And then Frankie Boyle found out about it, and he wrote an article in the Guardian slagging me off in quite a high-minded, self-righteous tone, which I found extraordinary. Who would have thought, after all the jokes about Madeleine McCann, Katie Price's disabled child, Rebecca Adlington's face, thalidomide children, the Hillsborough disaster, his next career move would be taking the moral fucking high ground. There was me thinking he was just a money-grubbing controversialist with all the personal dignity of a dog in a sausage factory. Clearly I'm mistaken. Seems to have reinvented himself as some sort of self-righteous socialist crusader. Good luck with the midlife crisis, Frankie. And then Dara O'Brien accused me of being bitter and self-delusional. He might be right. How would I know if I was self-delusional? I wouldn't fucking know about it. I reject the accusation I'm bitter because I suspect he means he thinks I'm bitter I've not been on Mock the Week, which suggests he's self-delusional enough to imagine that is a genuine career aspiration for any self-respecting comedian. It isn't. It's a cheaply produced tabloid panel show where often really good comedians go on because they got no other TV outlet for their talent, so they go on Mock the Week and they make cheap, easy conveyor belt jokes and obvious targets, and they fucking hate themselves for it, but they do it to build their tour following and line their pockets, and you can't blame them because it represents an entirely joyless commercial endeavour. Nobody wants to be there. Represents stand-up comedy in its lowest form. Accusing a comedian of being bitter about not getting on Mock the Week is a little bit like accusing a builder of being bitter because his children won't let him play with their Lego. Nonetheless, if they offered it to me, I'm not a fucking idiot. And then Stuart Lee got wind of this Facebook post that I wrote, the comedian Stuart Lee, and he wrote an article about it in the Guardian. Not that it had anything to do with him, but he had a new DVD to sell, so he thought he'd chip in with his opinion. And he said, the truth is, all Andrew Lawrence's colleagues in comedy that I met over the weekend expressed genuine concern about his mental well-being. Wow. I'm sure they did, Stuart, but there again you do tend to mix in very specific circles, don't you? You smug, elitist Oxbridge cunt. Clever man, Stuart. You remind your audience of it every time you go on stage. You berate your audience and the critics sitting there for not being as clever as you are for 20 minutes, and then you spend an hour delivering GCSE level left-wing agitprop. You're fucking hilarious, mate, but for none of the reasons that you intended. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, the day I take lessons in integrity from mainstream millionaire establishment BBC comedian Stuart Lee is the day I should be fucking sectioned. You carry on cashing in, Stuart, you rancid fucking imposter. Anyway, it's fair to say I was quite angry about it. The important thing is I haven't let it get to me.